DK Metcalf is a wide receiver who's about to be drafted in the 2019 NFL Draft. He played for Ole Miss, had a solid year, played 21 games. I just made a video about him, actually. And I said that DK Metcalf was overhyped, and I stand by that. DK Metcalf looks fantastic. He's 6'3", runs a 4.33 40-yard dash, which is really, really fast. He's jacked. There's a viral photo of him. He looks like a bodybuilder. He's literally 1.9% body fat. But forget what you see when you look at DK Metcalf physically. When you watch his tape, when you watch the way DK Metcalf played at Ole Miss, you see a guy who's not prepared for the NFL. He's not ready. He's got all the physical tools you want, but he hasn't developed them. In the words of my buddy Nathan Hawthorne, he hasn't developed the gifts that he has. And because DK Metcalf is so physically gifted, he got away with really bad habits in college. He ran average routes. He wasn't great at catching the ball in traffic, but it didn't matter because he was bigger, taller, faster, and he got the ball thrown to him deep. He ran vertical routes, caught the ball over the top. That was his forte. That was his best thing he did. His strength was running in a straight line down the field and catching jump balls, catching fade routes. So I want to be very clear. I would not draft DK Metcalf in the first round. I wouldn't. He's not Julio Jones. He's not DeAndre Hopkins. He's a project. He's a guy, if you draft DK Metcalf, you draft him in the late second round, maybe the third round, and you hope you can develop the great physical skills that he has. And when I look around the NFL, the one team I see that is a fantastic match for DK Metcalf is the Pittsburgh Steelers. If I'm DK Metcalf, I am hoping, I am praying that the Pittsburgh Steelers are the team that drafts me. It's very. If you watch the Steelers over the years, the way that they develop young wide receivers is basically unbelievable. It's incredible. There's a long list of guys: Juju Smith-Schuster, Antonio Brown, Martavis Bryant, Marcus Wheaton, Santonio Holmes. Those are a few. The list goes on and on and on. The Steelers not only do a great job drafting wide receivers and developing wide receivers, they make wide receivers play the best they ever will in the Steelers uniform. Like Martavis Bryant left the Steelers and kind of fell off a cliff. Marcus Wheaton, Receivers play the very best in a Steelers uniform because of the coaching staff and because of their quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. Ben Roethlisberger is a Hall of Famer, but the coaching staff is what I want to focus on. The way the Steelers develop their wide receivers, they get the most out of them. And that is why DK Metcalf should be praying to go to the Steelers. He would get the help he needs. He'd get the coaching he needs. He'd be pushed. He'd be made better. And let's be honest, the Steelers could use DK Metcalf. They're losing Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown demanded a trade. The Steelers agreed to trade Antonio Brown. The Steelers have a need right now for a vertical threat. DK Metcalf fills that need perfectly. If you pair DK Metcalf with Juju Smith-Schuster, a guy running deep, another guy coming underneath, running a crossing route, that's a great, great match made in heaven. Man, the Steelers are far and away the best fit for DK Metcalf because they would develop his skills and get the most out of him. And if I am DK Metcalf, I am hoping and praying the team that picks me up is the Pittsburgh Steelers. My name is Zach Schaumler. This is my podcast, Strong Opinion Sports. It is my favorite thing in the entire world. And I want to ask for your help. I want this show to grow. I want more people to watch and more people to listen to this podcast. My dream is to do this show as my full-time job. I want to own it myself. I want to do it on the internet and have complete control. I don't want to do it for CBS or ESPN. I don't want to work for a big network. I want to own it myself. And if you believe in that dream, please do me a huge favor. Help me grow by telling your friends about this podcast. Share it on Facebook, share a link on Twitter. Maybe you screenshot it, put it on Instagram. I don't have a marketing strategy beyond this. This is all I have. You know, a lot of people, one of the most common comments I get on YouTube is, you have great content. We love your stuff. You deserve more viewers. What you should do is you should buy ad spaces on Facebook or Twitter or promote yourself and buy ads. I have no money. I am a broke college kid. I can't buy ad spaces. I don't have money to pay for books. And so my plan, this is my marketing plan, this is my strategy. All I plan to do is put every ounce of effort I have into making the very best podcast I can. I believe if I make a great product that people believe in, that people like, then they will share it with their friends. And so if you agree with that, if you believe in the show, if you like what I do, please do me a huge favor. Tell your friends about it. Help me grow by telling your friends about this podcast.